to New York, baby.
Yeah.
We're in New York. That's what happens.
So what's up, fellas? After 7 years, you guys are back. Baby, what up? How you guys feel about that?
Great.
We never
Fantastic.
left. We've been here all the time. Every time you eat a Happy Meal, think of us. Fries, milkshake. But sometimes the ice cream machine ain't working.
They get lazy.
In the summertime, you know, it's the worst time you can't get a shake.
Leave your milk out so it gets curdy if the...
No dairy products at all. They just
That's an idea.
No
They
love
have
for
curdy
sugar.
milkshakes.
I like a lot of people always tell me like, oh, your shake is pistachio flavored because the one time he shot stuff out as green, but I'm like, nah. He's rotten vanilla. He's soured. That would make much more sense to me because
he's spoiled. He's a
pistachio. That's like too fancy of a flavor. That's like I don't know what fancy guys get in pistachio milkshake. Rotten vanilla. Old, sour, disgusting.
A shot of Jim Beam.
Exactly, like one of them weird.
How did you guys come up with decorating the voices for Frylock and Master Shake?
I mean, listen to us speak. This is just our
actually,
voice.
Yeah, that's just you.
We're just lazy.
You have a unique voice yourself, sir.
Thank you.
We just
You have a deep
talk
voice
louder
I'm
than our
doing
speaking
a
voice.
podcast and I'm dabbling in voiceover.
Sweet.
Like I said, getting scripts and brown can be a pain in the ass sometimes.
My friend who Dave asked her about somebody for Master Shake, like they were looking at all these different voices, but there were all these guys in Atlanta. I lived here, but they couldn't find what they wanted. Like he said, like the closest they found was some guy was doing like a Christopher Walken. And that was like the closest. And then my friend, he called my friend because she lived in New York. She goes, you know anybody up there who has like a weird voice? Like we're trying to find this guy. And she said, what's he supposed to sound like? And then Dave said, he should sound like his mouth writes checks, his body can't cash. She goes, oh, call my friend Dana. That's exactly what he sounds like. So then they did. That was it. Yeah, right. Great.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
I auditioned in the break room on my day job in the late 90s for Frylock.
Say word.
Once upon a time, kids, there was this thing called fax machines. We'd make this really weird noise. And all these ones and zeros would come over the paper
We'd actually put a
and
paper
form
in it.
letters
Yeah,
and
right.
numbers.
Or
So
the
I'm in the
fancy
break
ones
room
had
on
a
my day
roll.
job. I had the job that I was the guy who used to call your house in the 90s, and you would hang up on me because you're having dinner to try to get you to do a survey about your local cable
Let's
provider.
role
Oh,
play.
that was you?
Do you think in 10 years that everyone will have a cell phone? Somewhat likely, not all likely, very likely. Oh, how am I hanging up on you?
I'm the one who always takes the survey. Yeah, sure, I have.
I get paid by the hour, so it wasn't like telemarketing where, you know, you had to get that commission. But so it helped out with doing voiceovers, man, because I was reading scripts from a dumb terminal. And I always had fun with it because I changed my name on every call. This is Lucas Hunt. I'm calling from the market research firm, blah, blah, blah. By the end of the call, I'm somebody else. I'm Thomas Simmons. I said, you said your name is Lucas Hunt at the beginning. Yeah, I got you. You got
He's
me.
like, no, I got you.
But
bitch.
I got your information.
Credit card.
But no, so that's, I didn't know what Frylock looked like. I just had the description of his moral fiber.
I remember Matt showed me, they came out to Las Vegas where I was doing a show out there, and he showed me a picture of the cup. And all it did was like, it was black and white, just spin around. And he's like, this is your character. I'm like, what the hell's that? You like a kid draw this or something? Like what? So I was so baffled by what it was. Never, did you ever think it would be, have done it for this long?
No, nor the idea.
I mean, I've done cartoons that are in theory by like the greatest animators and amazingest writers, and they last for like 4 seconds. But something about this, which is always, I mean, I think the same for you. No matter what we do, this is always like, we can't deny, this is like our home. This is like our family, you know what I mean? Like you can never deny it will always be, it's like your first love. Loyalty will always be with Aqua Teen because it's, anything else we've done has been because
So
of
how
it.
excited were you guys when you got the call that they wanted to do something new?
I almost fell out my chair.
I mean, we were like, what took you so long? What the hell are you waiting for here? Let's go.
Yeah, we were ready. These characters are never gonna leave us.
I mean, the thing is, that's why they're good, because I remember some guy telling me, like, a good show is about characters that it doesn't matter what they're doing. You want to watch it, like whether they're working at the amusement park or they're captains of a tugboat, like it doesn't matter because you're watching for the characters, not like some of these that are like, well, it's a post-apocalyptic world and the rules of the gourmands versus the zooblots, and like, already we lost me. I don't know about any of this shit. It's like SpongeBob. Why SpongeBob is great. Whatever he does, you want to see him. You know what he is. So like, what's he in this situation? That's them. I mean, they've been in pretty much every situation. They've been in a nuclear apocalypse. They've been haunted by onions, and
They've been kidnapped by their landlord.
there you go.
Trapped in a spider's
and
web
all
in the
every
Mojave
time
Desert.
they fail, they're idiots, and you're not an idiot, but you're an idiot by proxy because you choose to hang out with two idiots.
And then poor Carl, you know,
Yeah.
he's just
He's
the
also
foible
an
of
idiot.
Everything. I mean, who else could have their body made entirely out of eyeballs?
Yeah, not by choice though. You know. that was-
No, nothing happens by
Yeah.
choice with Carl.
Do you guys have over the 20 years of doing these characters, do you guys have a favorite episode or a moment in the series that stands out for you?
Oh,
I have a favorite episode. Super Birthday Snake.
that's
Meatwad wants a pet, and the snake
interesting.
comes.
You
likes
like
to
that
shake.
one? Not that
I
I,
love
don't
that
like
one.
it.
Frylock gets all pimped out, calls over a couple of
It's not that I don't like it. I just think of
put a
all
cigarette
the
out your
ones.
damn eye.
Oh, you like it because he's a pimp.
Kills everybody. Yeah, I love him. He gets laid finally, man.
He goes
One
fat.
other chick he tried to get with, he killed the guy and got his body parts. She wasn't hot or nothing, you know.
I
Frylock would have
got
better taste than this, I think.
I like Foreigner Belt. I like
What else good?
Wong Burger. I like ham banana.
That's a nice cleaned up way to talk about Dickasode.
Yep. Actually, that was when I was working
Longburger.
at the pizzeria. That's all. I was quoting that episode, Longburger, all day long to the point where
But
my boss goes,
the problem is that Dickasode, you know, they made it for real with all the dicks, and then they put that rainbow stuff on. But when
doesn't
you
matter.
watch it with it, no, it matters a lot. Watch it with the rainbow, not with the dicks. You don't have, like, it's just a little extra weird and creepy. The piles of like, yeah,
Well,
Watch the
your character
rainbow, it's
eats,
far more-
eats Carl's at the end of the episode.
yeah. You know, that's
Right
that's
up
part of the
trash.
course. I mean, that's not a big
I'll
deal.
do sazon in it or something.
Is anybody coming to the movie tonight?
I am.
Okay.
It's one of my highlights of Comic Con.
And 8 o'clock or
Sweet,
something.
oh,
8:30.
Like that, 8-ish.
Yeah, it was 8 o'clock, I believe.
8:30. 8:30.
8:30.
Panel and something.
This character has obviously mean a lot to both of you, but it's been 7 years. Did you ever think, okay, we'll always have the episodes that we've done, but we turn a page now, and I don't think we're ever coming back? Or?
I mean, I think our show is always so cheap and cheap to make. I feel like, I always kind of feel like they'll bring it back at some point. Like, it's just too easy. They get, you know, and like Matt and Dave have always said, like, there is no scenario they could imagine that they would not want to keep doing it and keep writing scripts. And it's very, you know, it's not that it's easy, but it's like pretty easy for them to do it. You know, it's not like this pulling their hair out, kind of racking
It's
their
easier
brain.
now because we actually have
Yeah.
a fan base. People get it. You know, they didn't get it when they first saw it. We barely got it ourselves.
But that's the beauty of Mike Lazo. He would take these guys like, okay, I like you. I think you're interesting. So what's your show? Like, I'm gonna make it go see that with you. Like, all right, I trust those guys. What's your thing? Like, they're weird fucking fast food guys. All right, fine, go. And just keep them on for years, and then all of a sudden people started getting it. And me, you know, I mean, Adult Swim would not exist had it not been for Mike Lazo. And I think it's like a perfect storm of when it happened. It couldn't have happened any other time. And, you know, obviously now it's like the next stage of it is, well, what's after Rick and Morty? And like the corporate overlord people are like, everything can be like Rick and Morty now, right? You can have 1,000 successes. Like, no. It's not like, I mean, are there 1,000 Simpsons?
No.
If they're, right. It's like, you gotta, Adult Swim is amazing because it's filled with all these weird things that would not be allowed to be made anywhere else. But the great thing about it is that like somebody did fucking make it. Like that's half the joke. Like this is on television. A cup and a French fry floating around fighting a werewolf. Like who the fuck would do this? That's like half the appeal of it. That you got these crazy shows that would never be able to be made anywhere else, but they have a place, and that's what makes it like this special thing that wouldn't have. And other people try it. Like they tried that thing on Fox, that ADHD or whatever, that basically tanked, because you can't just you can't repeat it. It took a long time of getting these and I know half the people that did stuff on ADHD did stuff on Adult Swim, but for whatever reason, like, wasn't the same. They're like, because these other networks and stuff, they want to do it, but they want to put their fingers in it. And like, you can't put your fingers in it. If you get a guy who's an amazing artist with a great idea, you got to just let him do it. You have to either trust him or don't trust him. Now, all right, you tell them certain things, like, man, I think there should be a little bit more like, okay, that's one thing. But when they're like, and you know, our research, fuck your research, because your research is not telling you what this stuff is. Your research is telling you how many people are going to watch 2.5 Men, you know, or Jeopardy, what the best host of Jeopardy should be or something. Not what weird, cool underground cartoons are going to be popular with stoners in their you know,
Stoners in college.
What's that? He would be a great host for Jeopardy. Shake, not so much. He could do that one that's like American Ninja or whatever that shit is, but just like shooting them with the foam gun and knock them off to what's that thing called? American Warriors? Or, yeah. Wipeout. There you go. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what he would do. We could volunteer our services to do the announcing on it one time. A weird crossover.
I would actually pay to see that.
You know what? We'll just do it and put it on YouTube. We'll illegally record our voices over it. What was I going to say? I can't remember now. I lost my track of thought.
Too much cheese.
Oh.
They say cheese causes Alzheimer's.
What?
Come on, look it up.
Who said that?
Really?
Let me guess. You forgot.
Them, those people.
The cheese. I'll tell you who doesn't say
cheese
it. The Dairy
aficionado.
Council isn't saying that.
I'm done already.
Yeah, I mean,
No, look at
I think I'm all right because I eat a lot of cheese, but it's not nacho cheese, which is not
Nacho
actual
cheese.
cheese. That's like fake shit. That's like,
Would a Frylock and Shake try the one chip challenge?
what is it? Like a super
Oh,
hot
that's super
potato
hot.
chip?
It's a super hot
Nacho
potato
chip or
nacho
something like
chip
that.
It's supposed to knock you on your ass.
Well, you got some chips?
No, I've tried that. That shit is nasty.
You tried
You
it?
tried it?
Did it send you to the bathroom right away?
Is it that hot?
Listen, it's because I'm Latinos. I mean, I like the spice, man.
Those
that
peppers
thing's
in
too
it
much
and
for
stuff
me.
like that.
My friend is
Whatever it
Cuban.
was,
He's
it
like,
was
you gotta
black in
remember,
my
like
tongue.
Cubans, though, we're not spicy. We're spicy like this.
Yes,
We're not
yes.
spicy like this. No. He's like, keep it away. I'm like, all right. He thinks like ketchup is like salsa, like too spicy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's like milk toast. No spice whatsoever.
Yeah.